So I thought I'd try to make a voiceover for this video. The footage today is all time lapses of various activities from my day. It's been a wonderful spring day, sun shining, so I enjoyed my morning coffee outside and brought along some knitting. I'm knitting a pair of socks, and it's been going on for quite some time now. It's not the most motivating knitting project, so it is dragging out. But this is sock number 2, so I can see the end of it now. But oftentimes what happens when doing activities outside is that you look up, you take a break, and you look up in the air and you see a bird flying by, and so you have to go grab the camera, run around and try and see if you can get a decent picture of it. Today it was the marsh harrier, came right over my head there, so I had to run inside and get the camera and see if I could get a decent shot of it. But besides that, I've done the hewing of the day. This is another hexagonal post for my cabin project, and this is actually the 6th and thereby the last hexagonal post that I will be using for this project. So the hewing for tomorrow will be 4x6s, I think, if the weather allows me. And I think I will probably do another video which is not time-lapsed of me hewing, so I can get into a little more detail on how I do it. But basically I draw the dimension of the wood or of the piece I want to be making in each end, and then I just freehand and eyeball the rest of it. So I try to make the best line I can, just by eye, and going from one end to another and taking a step back and looking to see if it seems straight enough. And then I go from the back end of it to the front end of it, just removing material, the main portion of the material, and then I go from the top to the back of it, just planing down the side so it becomes flat and even. And so there's 3 steps in it on each side, which is make the line, remove the mass, and then make the side plane. And actually these hexagonal posts are some of the fastest ones to do, because there's not that much mass you have to remove, given that the shape of it is somewhat round, or rounder than a square at least. So it doesn't take that long to make a hexagonal post. Given that it is springtime now, it's about time to go in the garden, so I got started today, but it's been a really wet winter this year, so the soil is too wet to work with. But what I'm doing here is just removing some path I have in the garden, partly because they're sort of in the way, and partly because I'm going to be using the bricks for another project, I think. Won't promise too much on that, it might take a long time before I get to it, but so here I'm just removing the bricks from the garden so that the real garden work can get going as soon as the soil dries up a little. It's been a long winter, so I'm looking forward to that. That was all for today, but thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you again.